Welcome back, Evan Sohn, chairman of Recruiter.com. Evan, thanks for joining us to talk about this. And that is a big drop that you saw last month. You think it's an anomaly?
No, I don't. First of all, thanks again for having me on your show. And, this is a prediction that we made earlier in the year that the job market is shifting from degree to skills. And we're seeing that. Now, it also happens to be that the only three industries that we saw uptick in the Recruiter Index were really IT jobs, hospitality jobs, and then staffing and recruiting, which could also be light industrial work. So those roles are less focused on college degree areas. Certainly the IT sector, in a very tight job market, we're looking to hire skills, people that actually have the skills that we're looking for.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to watch lifestyle-wise. A lot of people who've been working in those industries 20, 30 years. And, here in New Jersey, they've got houses down the shore. They've got vacation homes, the lifestyle-wise. There's no emails to answer at 9 p.m. In any case, broadly speaking, what do you expect is going on with the labor market right now? I mean, does this kind of diminishing importance on the degree itself tell you things are still pretty tight and solid out there?
Yeah, so on the one hand, are we going to stay below 4% unemployment? Probably, hopefully, that might be the only shining light that we're actually seeing. But look, as you just showed, sentiment is down 2.7 out of 5, one of the lowest scores we've had since we started tracking the overall recruiter sentiment. The other thing that we look at is the actual number of open jobs that the recruiters are working on also is at a low. It went from 13.5 in April to 11.3 in May. So the number of open jobs that the recruiters are working on also are lower. So that doesn't point to an actual good job report for tomorrow.
Yeah, this is kind of the most, I don't want to quite say pessimistic. I don't think we're there yet, but a little bit more of a downbeat commentary than we've had in some time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you look at month over month, the areas that have really done incredibly well, the government jobs and the healthcare jobs, and they're actually ticked down in the Recruiter Index and in other indexes, in the Aura report also. These just really ticked down in terms of these bedrock industries that have really lifted up the overall job market. And they're replaced with hospitality and IT, which typically hire at a lower rate, except in seasonal times, certainly in the hospitality sector.
It's also making me think that we focus so much on the big numbers for obvious reasons. We're trying to capture the business cycles. We're talking about payroll growth or declines, talking about unemployment rate, but to also look really closely at the industries tomorrow. I mean, if we add a net 180,000 jobs, for instance, but a lot of them are in the areas you're describing, it's not necessarily a sign that the overall economy is plugging along so much that there are still some industries adding capacity or so on and so forth.
I couldn't have said any better. They're coming out of school. I mean, there's a great report done about the lack of entry-level jobs. Everybody wants someone with experience. And I think that goes back to what we said at the top of the interview. Everybody wants someone with the skills necessary to get the job done. So these entry-level jobs are actually having a difficult time, people finding those actual jobs themselves. And I think it is a reason that things could be a little bit on the more the sadder side of the overall economy itself. And if I need a job and I have to have a job and I can't get a job with my college degree and the skills that I have, I'm going to take a job that's available in the hospitality sector or in a light industrial or any sort of staffing role because I need to work and keeping that unemployment number low.
Quick final commentary. What is going on the wage front?
So pretty consistent. I'm glad you picked that up. A little bit higher this month in terms of the bulk of the recruiters see wages being incredibly stable. A few actually saw a tick down. So very, very few. There you go. They're on the report. 71% saying that's the same. About 18% seeing it that's decreasing than increasing. And I think that's actually a trend that we were looking for in this soft landing, that wages are not really increasing. And the only thing that's changing is that we did see in the JOLT report, the number of people that quit was slightly higher than it was the prior month. So there's still this notion that I could quit my job and have the confidence that I'll go find the job because the unemployment rate is so low.
All right. Soft landing. Let's hope these are the